So yesterday we talked to Justin Turner, and that's really the first time, Rodney, that he has spoken since the end of the season.
Uh-huh.
Now we know that he spoke to the team after the game. We know he posted on Instagram a message to the fans of Los Angeles. So then you start thinking, wait a minute, he gave this emotional speech to the team, and then he posted on Instagram, and I started to think, he really doesn't know what's going to happen. He really doesn't know. It's the club option, and we learned the club has 5 days to pick him up or notify him following the World Series. So that's how this is going to play out. And here's some of what Justin had to say yesterday.
I'm kind of in limbo right now, just waiting to see what happens. I think they have 5 days after the World Series ends to make that decision, and I haven't heard a whole lot yet. So I'm not really sure.
You want to come back, obviously. Everybody wants you back. So that we've established that now. We want you back. You want to come back.
Yeah, of course.
If this thing went sideways, would you want to continue to play somewhere else?
I definitely want to continue to play.
Yeah.
I'm hoping and everything works out and it's in the Dodger uniform because obviously spent the last 9 years here and my career's taken off here. Our foundation has been doing wonderful things here and we want to continue that. And it'd be great to end my career as a Dodger, but things don't always go as planned and we don't know what's going to happen. And but I do still feel like I love playing the game. I love showing up every day. I love the teaching aspect of it, spending time with younger guys and spending time in the cage and talking about it. And, the way my second half went, I definitely know that there's more in the tank and I want to keep going.
And, the thing he said about his second half, he said if you had to script it a certain way, that's the way you want it. You don't want to have a sizzling first half and then fall off. If you're going to be slow, start slow and finish strong.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay, Rodney. So, and I thought he was really honest and open there. I just don't know what's going to happen. Now, we all know what we want to happen, but here's what I find interesting. So, Internet Matt posted it on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We put it everywhere. So I just read some of the comments. What do people really think? I ran it on Channel 4 last night. The majority of people said, we want JT back. But it was not unanimous. And this is what I found interesting. There were people that said, time to move on, time to go in a different direction. And I think what's important here, if you're in that group, time to move on, time to go in a different direction, Justin Turner is going to play Major League Baseball next season. Okay? And if not with the Dodgers, with somebody. So you should know that. He's not done. He's not finished. He's not washed up. But the thing Justin Turner provides for the Dodgers is something that is very difficult to find, and that is he is a leader. He is part of the fabric that holds the chemistry together. You don't want to lose something like that. That's as important as him playing third base every day. Am I nuts here, Rodney?
Are you nuts? Yeah, you're nuts. But that take is not nuts. No.
Oh, thank
Absolutely.
you. Okay.
Yeah. No. People love to, get behind the keyboard and say what they want. That's fine. That's their prerogative. But no, you're right. He's a staple here in town already. Been here 9 years and hopefully more than that. He does incredible work. He and his wife Courtney off the field, and we love him for that. And he's been productive. So yes, everybody struggled in the World Series and in the playoffs in the postseason this year. So it's difficult, but he did have a very good second half of the season and still can do it at a high level. Is he in that everyday play mode? No, like he used to be? No. But with the DH in the National League, it saves him innings and saves his legs. So he certainly can still play, but to your point, he is certainly, if not more valuable, to be in that clubhouse with this team than anybody else on the squad.
Now, here's the other thing I found really interesting about our conversations concerning the Dodgers over the past couple of days. Remember when we came on and we talked about Aaron Judge? Okay, but now who would you have to give up to get him? And we put some restrictions on it. You'd have to get rid of, let's say, Cody Bellinger and Trey Turner and Justin Turner. And we just did that for the sake of conversation. Obviously, the Dodgers can do whatever they want. They can sign whoever they want. They have all the money. But my point was, even when you have all the money, you don't want to spend all of it. So we did put some qualifiers on it. All right, people reacted to that conversation. I think we took some calls on it. But what I found interesting reading, again, at Roggin and Rodney or the AM 570 LA Sports Instagram page, the majority of people, Rodney, really didn't want Aaron Judge. As a matter of fact, they really didn't want anybody. The majority of people, the comments I read, were stay the course. The Dodgers are doing this the right way. And I don't know in any other market where people would react this way if the team comes up short. Oh, we've got to make some changes. We've got to do something. But I think the fans here are very intelligent. And I also think, and not everybody feels this way. I got that. And there are going to be people that say, fire Friedman, fire Dave Roberts. I understand all that. But the majority of people, the comments I read, were don't blow this up. Keep going. Keep going in this direction and keep doing it the way you're doing it. Does that, as a guy who played, surprise you that fans are not saying, let's just go get Aaron Judge?
First of all, nothing surprises me when it comes to fans. Nothing. You hear the craziest things from fans, so that doesn't surprise me. But you remember before there was a split on the Bryce Harper sweepstakes when he was coming out, and everybody said give up Cody Bellinger, give up this and give up that to go get Bryce Harper. That was something the Dodgers stood pat on and didn't want to do it. There were people out there saying, yes, go get Bryce Harper at all costs. And the Dodgers didn't see it that way and kept Bellinger. And I think the same thing here. When you talk to most people and they look at, because they look at it from the surface standpoint, because obviously they're not behind the scenes with the Dodgers and the makeup and haven't looked totally deep into all of the reasons and all of the situations that led to them not making it to the World Series. They see Aaron Judge on the surface, say, oh, let's go get him. But also there's a faction of the fans that see Aaron Judge as not a necessity. We need to get pitching. We need to get starting pitching. That's where we need to be. We need to get a closer. That's where the focus needs to be. So a lot of people are focused on, I don't care if it's Aaron Judge or Barry Bonds out there. Some people are stuck on, let's get pitching. That's where the Dodgers fail. When in essence, the Dodgers had the best ERA in baseball last year, and their staff, as a staff, was in the top 3 or 5 in pretty much every category. So pitching was okay, even in the playoffs. Pitching was fine. It was they didn't hit. It doesn't surprise me that people are saying that. It's just the way it is with fans. I think they got their mind set up on pitching rather than position player.
I also think it speaks to people buy what the Dodgers are selling. And it's really difficult to
You think that as a whole?
Yeah. Well, I think, look, the people that respond.
I don't know. There's a lot of people that don't believe what the Dodgers are selling, that hate the especially when they get bounced from the playoffs. Hate the analytics, hate this, hate Friedman and Roberts, the way they do things, and they got to change things up. I think there's a lot of people feel that way, Fred.
But I think if you watch the games, and we watch them all, and if you're really kind of embedded in what goes on, and we are, because that's our job, we really try to keep close eye. We have David Vassay with the team every day. And this is the radio home of the Dodgers. The sense I got, and I was somewhat surprised reading it, whereas you would say Twitter is a town with no sheriff.
Yep.
What I was surprised with is people actually thought what the way the Dodgers are operating works. Don't mess with that. Don't change that. By the way, that's the rational thinking that should be employed here.
But we don't always hear that. I think you asked that question 2 weeks ago. They will blow it up and change the way they do things. They can't. The analytics don't work. The way they built this doesn't work. They're not built for the playoffs. We heard over and over again. So it's, if the wind blows a certain way this way, that's the way the fans feel. I don't think you can get caught up into, because I believe there would be a different percentage of people if you ask this question right after they lost to the Padres.
Right. That's why you have to take some time and really analyze it and think about it and consider it carefully. Yeah, we both hope Justin Turner stays. Shall we wrap up our Dodger conversation with that? We both want Justin Turner to stay.
Of course.